noticed, the first week of classes has just started. There's been a ton of people around. With that in mind, we wanted you to use the 3 S's for Cambus: safety, service, schedule, in that order. Safety, service, schedule. With that in mind, you will be down on time, but it's okay. You may lose service. We want to make sure that you're never rushing, you're never being dangerous when you're doing that. Always be a good driver first. Be patient with new riders. There's a lot of people, 2 years worth of people now, who don't know where some of our routes go. So there's going to be a lot of, does this go to Mayflower? Does this go to the Hawk Lot? That's okay. Always be patient. Always answer your questions the best you can. You're also going to want to encourage the use of transit. That is the #1 way that we can help them, no matter where they are, get where they need to go.
This is my friendly reminder to you that masks are still required on all Cambus vehicles. We also have a lot of new riders and people coming back to campus that are going to be riding our buses again and might not know about the federal mask mandate that still applies to all buses. So you might be running out of masks. If that happens, what you're going to want to do is radio to dispatch and let them know that you've run out. But be patient with them. It might take a while to get your masks on your bus replenished. So just be aware of that. Also, remember, now that we finally are back to full service and we have a lot more riders, it's still going to be very important to make sure that people are in the correct place on the bus, and that means asking people to move back and not having people in front of the yellow standee when they're ready. I also want to remind everybody to be patient with dispatch, and when the radio gets hectic, try to keep things clear and don't radio for things that don't necessarily need to be told to dispatch. If you want to know when the next blue route is going to be arriving at the hub, consider getting out of your seat at a stop, looking on the transit app to see yourself. Make sure that you're not talking over other people, and give dispatch adequate time to respond to your questions before you try radioing again. And make sure you're giving them at least 30 seconds to a minute. They heard you, they just might be preoccupied with something else at the moment and not have the time to speak to you at that very instant. It's also important to make sure that we're keeping communication as precise and concise as possible. That means thinking about, premeditating what you're going to be saying over the radio before you actually say it.
Make sure when you're pulling up to stops that you don't block the crosswalks. Since there are a ton of people, they still need to use those crosswalks. They have the right of way, and if you don't leave room, they will just go right in front of other people or go right behind you. They may get hurt. We don't want that. Also remember, when you're servicing stops such as Burge or Courier, that you're not pulling up and angling into it. You're going to want to pull up parallel and make sure to cover the bike lane so bikes don't try to go around and hit passengers getting on or coming off. This Monday, Blue Route Interdorm will begin using Madison Street and Burlington instead of Riverside and Iowa. So be watching out for that reroute. At some point in the near future, Interdorm will cease servicing the WCTC, and the buses that don't service the LGBTQ and resource centers will turn around at the roundabout and go back down instead of going anywhere else.
Thank you for watching this week's episode of Cambus News. Thank you for making it all the way through it. I know that this all can be a little bit overwhelming, but just stay calm, slow down. I know that you're all very capable drivers, and we really appreciate all the hard work that everybody's been putting in over these past few weeks. Thank you, and go Cambus.